Hi, my name's Tracy. I'm from Belfast in Northern Ireland. I have my own dog grooming business. I started grooming as I love dogs and have always had between 8 and 10 at any one time. Early in 2020, I booked my dogs in with a mobile groomer. When they came to my home, I was so disappointed. I had asked for specific cuts for the breed, and the dogs didn't look good at all. A few days later, I came across an advert for a dog grooming qualification, and I thought long and hard about signing up and completing it as it was so expensive and I had a full time job. Once I started, there was a lot of work. I had some theory on top of the practical training. Luckily, I had enough dogs to practice on, but I loved it. I loved learning the different cuts and styles, and it certainly gave me something to do during lockdown. My friends and family were also happy to take advantage of me as a groomer. I started to feel a lot more confident and I was offering grooms to their dogs as well. Soon the course finished and I was qualified as a dog groomer. I enjoyed it so much, I felt like I wanted to do it more and more. So again, I spoke with my husband on the logistics if I was to start grooming professionally. We decided to turn our unused garage into a grooming salon. Again, initially this was a big expenditure, but weighing up the cost of grooming all the family dogs, we felt this would be beneficial to have the basic equipment we needed. I decided to start to advertise my services. I started slowly, obviously, as I had just qualified, but word soon spread quickly and I was getting appointment requests from people I didn't even know. My business took off. I soon had to go part time in my other full time job to ensure that I could fit everyone in. But I also found myself doing my own dogs at the weekends or evenings when I should have been off. I have a couple of family members who came to help me regularly to do cleaning, ordering, bookkeeping, etc., to allow me to focus on the grooming. My colleague was involved in the We Get project, and when I heard about it, I asked to have a little look to see if it could help, if I could benefit any. I looked through the modules on the website and I was really impressed. Although this was my first time running a business, I had been involved in businesses and management roles, but some of the information was really informative and beneficial to me as an entrepreneur. Research, innovation, and creativity really helped me critically analyse my business and how to promote myself to stand out to my customers. Self-awareness module really made me step back to look at my strengths and weaknesses, especially time management. I had a tendency to work, work, work.
Whose is this, boss? Boss? Oh, you want to go home now, don't you? Are you putting it on, yeah? Get it in your mouth. Oh, there's another dog. Who's this?
Although my business was established when I became involved with the project, I still feel that I gained from it. It's always good to learn new things and have this database of training. Knowledge and skills is great for women who work for themselves and maybe don't have the opportunity to go and train while trying to run their business, and like me, who have other things going on. Running my business means I get to do what I love. I'm so happy, so passionate about this area of work. I have regular clients, which is always great to have a little reunion with them. I'm so glad I took this leap. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Megan. I'm from Bangor, Northern Ireland, and I'm a mum to a 2-year-old boy. He is my main reason that I chose to start my business, as I wanted to make a better life for my family, but still be able to enjoy family life and be able to meet my son's needs whenever he needs me. I started working when I was young in bars and clubs. I then moved into a role originally as an administration officer, then progressed into helping disadvantaged women into education. I was also given an opportunity to develop my own passions so I could deliver courses to these ladies. I had always been creative, so naturally I fell into beauty and makeup industry fairly easily. I completed various courses and started up my own business, which was called Megan Nicole Wilson Makeup. I made a salon in my own home in one of my spare bedrooms, which is where I would have clients regularly on evenings and weekends for weddings, proms, or just nights out. I also ran classes teaching people makeup. This was fun, but didn't quite hit the spot for what I wanted to do. Doing this, I found another passion in photography. I wanted to be able to take good pictures of my looks and show students how they could get a good shot to showcase what they had achieved. This is vital in the world of makeup as you have to be able to promote yourself, and the sector is very oversaturated. After a while, I decided to follow my dreams in beauty and started working for a well-known beauty brand in one of their shops, selling makeup to lots of customers, all while continuing to run my own beauty business from home as well. At this stage, I had moved house and didn't have a salon, but would set up an area in my kitchen whenever I had clients, which could be time consuming, especially if it was maybe a one off client, but it was still enjoyable. I found out I was pregnant and COVID-19 hit around the same time. Like most pregnant women, I was furloughed from my job, and to keep me and my baby safe, I stopped taking clients at home. However, as someone who has always worked, I was bored, so I started making personalised trinkets and festive baubles around November, December time as something to keep me occupied. These were really popular. People wanted these at the time, and I set up a Facebook page and Crafty Bear was born. As COVID was calming down, I had my son and I loved being a mum and took full maternity leave to spend time with him. Due to the circumstances, my employer had to make redundancies and I decided not to go back and enjoy more time with my son, therefore taking voluntary redundancy. I didn't want to restart my makeup business as I didn't want people coming into my home now that I had a baby and there was a lot more risk associated with COVID. Due to COVID and maternity leave, a lot of my regular clients had also moved on to new makeup artists or spent COVID learning how to do their own makeup. But again, I miss working and having other things to do other than being a mum and run my family. I decided to continue my crafty bear business. It allowed me still to be creative and arty, and I could use my photography skills to ensure anything I made and promoting would be seen in the best way possible. I enjoyed being busy and being able to be financially contributing to my family, but I couldn't believe how well it took off. Christmas had passed, so I had to think outside of the box of what I would enjoy making, but would also be in demand and would also make me a stable profit to do me month by month. As much as I was enjoying everything that I was doing, I had to be realistic that I had no real salary and I had to support my family. So I also had to be original as a lot of people had started crafting business over COVID. So I had to do something that would be sustainable. I started making gift boxes. These were personalised and could suit any event or circumstances. As these grew in popularity, I added to the colour options and even started packaging these with specific gifts. For example, like Valentine's Day, Easter, weddings. These worked well as I could work around my family life from home when I wanted, and it also suited my lifestyle. To give me a little extra time to make these, I put my son into nursery a couple of hours a week. I didn't want his belongings to get misplaced, so I used my equipment and labelled his nursery bags. When people saw this, they wanted one too. So I started personalising bags and then I moved on to clothes as well. Again, I was lucky as these were also popular. However, I was using vinyl and noticed after a while it sometimes started to lift off on certain clothing, especially children's clothing that got washed regularly. I decided to upgrade my equipment and embroider clothing items instead. I borrowed money from my partner and purchased my first embroidery machine and started making children's personalised character sweatshirts. I was able to pay that loan back within a month. From there, my company has grown and grown. As my business was for my son and my family, I relaunched and renamed my business. The Grey Bear Company was born. I now have my own Etsy shop and website. I have 5 machines and I can't wait to keep up with the demand. I have recently branched out again and rented a retail unit where I can keep all my stock and make my items. Due to the demand, I could no longer work from home. I needed space to keep as many items as possible and ensure there was a quick turnaround and have a clear work and personal life space. I have regular items that I make all year round, so I can make these and have some ready, but also I do some seasonal items as well, which are all made to order. My son is now in nursery 5 days a week to allow me time to work, but I also have family help me out here and there with stock takes and packing items away to the post office. This is just a quick clip of my progression within the last 6 months or so with opening my unit. As you can see some of the items that I make here as well. I got involved with We Get during the pilot stage. I had seen it advertised and thought it would be interesting to see where I was on the entrepreneurial scale and see if I could learn anything or get some more hints. I was able to take on board the skills, knowledge and information from the modules, Although I had been running my business for a while, I had pretty much been on my own, so I thought the time spent on the course would be very beneficial. Although I run my business without staff, I do deal with suppliers, postal agents, and customers, so communicating with others, the communicating with others module was very interesting to me. It helped me become more aware that these people are actually necessary for the smooth running of my business and the possible barriers that it may raise. The IT module helped me focus on improving my internet security. Obviously, my customers purchase online, so after this module, I upgraded my security. I focused on how my business was coming across on social media and streamlined this. I started TikTok as this is such a big site that's so well known, and my reach is wide with orders coming in due to advertising here regularly. While doing the pilot, I was able to meet other entrepreneurs that were very good and had proper conversations about the challenges of running a business, not having a team, or even someone to talk to about my goals. I've even kept in touch with some of these women. We meet up regularly and discuss things that have worked for us, share ideas, and just share our thoughts and feelings. One of the other things I like to talk about this project is the website. The modules there for me to go back, and in these modules there are extra resources. The reading for me to continue to develop my skills in specific areas whenever I need them. I can look through the website whenever I have the time and there is no pressure. I can pick up where I left off the last time. Starting my own business was a tough decision. I had to make up the pros and cons and decide what was best for me and my family. Some people doubted whether it was a good idea, but I stuck to my guns. Every day it goes from strength to strength, orders are coming in fast, and I can only see things getting better. I now pick and choose when I work, and I have a good income allowing me to spoil my son, and if he is ill I don't need to deal with calling into work for time off. He comes first. I can spend time with my family and friends and celebrate special events without wondering if I have annual leave left or if my boss will give me time off because I am my own boss. Finding we get allowed me to meet others like-minded women in such a small industry, that alone is a good thing. Having strong women in a similar industry is in my life motivates me to keep going. I love learning new things, and the project website has given me the opportunity to do that.